बातचीत करने का हो चुका पूरा। दरबा साहब को ला रहे हैं, इसके बाद वाइस चांसलर साहब को लाएंगे। जी दरबा साहब, स्वागत है आपका।
हरिओम, नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
The peripheral and the meaning has been already given about the slokas. Like what I have done the last episode, I want to highlight because as I do, I have to link it to practically to the work as well as the life. And if you look at it a little more deeply, Bhagavan also has followed a sequence of the presentation, either Bhagavan or Vyasa Bhagavan, because Vyasa himself is a reincarnation of Vishnu, Vyasa, because Badrayana Vyasa माना जाता है, विष्णु का ही रूप माना जाता है। तो जो भी है, तो ये भगवद गीता in this Vibhuti Yoga, and each verse is so profound and deep. And of course, each one can interpret the way one can. There are thousands and lakhs of translations of Bhagavad Gita, and each one have expressed their own interpretation. And we are also, नाम आचार्य रखने से थोड़ी होता है, लेकिन और मे बी a title or a degree, बट बहुत सारे आचार्य एक्चुअली विद्वान लोग हैं जो भगवद गीता के बारे में या रामायण या महाभारत या भागवत पुराण या जो भी है उसमें उल्लेख किए हुए हैं। फिर भी नो आई एम कमिंग टू ठीक है, पर्सनल कमेंट के ऊपर ही मैं आई एम गिविंग दिस थिंग एक्सप्लेनेशन, बिकॉज what is the why there is a need for writing another book. There are thousands of Ramayanas, there are thousands of translations of Bhagavad Gita, so each one has got their own freedom to express their interpretation of the
उस बात को आपको अपनी बात कहिए, वो बात मैं रख चुका हूँ।
हाँ ठीक है, मैं जो मैं कह रहा हूँ मैं अपनी ही बात रख रहा हूँ, क्योंकि I have also given the responsibility to give the review. To review of the book also. No, खंडेलवाल साहब ने अभी भी पूछा है, आज दरबार साहब पढ़े हैं, वो भी बता सकते हैं, इसीलिए मैं बात किया, वरना देयर इज नो कॉन्टेक्स्ट फॉर मी टू से
एक दूसरे को इस तरह से
करेक्ट है, यही है। माय ओपिनियन इज that everybody has got a right to interpret or a right to book with their own opinion about a taken kadhavastu. That's all. Over. Next, coming to the current today's explanation is that to go a little more deep, and then the contextual meaning of one is, of course, textual meaning has been already given. The contextual meaning, if you look at it, let us say भगवान ने आर्यमा की प्रस्तावना की है, so why did he take up this आर्यमा? When we look into it, the Vedic praman vakya for आर्यमा is आर्यमा यह खलु वै ददाति. That's what Veda says. Aryama vai khalu vai dadati. Aryama yaha khalu vai dadati. That's what it says. Because the one who gives the one who gives the boons are the Pitru Devatas. They will give faster than the actual Devatas. They are easy to propitiate, the Pitru Devatas. And here Bhagavan seems to be highlighting the importance of the Shraddha karmas and then the Pitru Yajna. That's why I think he seems to be highlighting, and then he followed it with Yama immediately, because he is mentioned about the duties of the son or the person towards their Pitru Devatas, and then the Aryama is the lord of the Pitru Devata, and hence he seems to have taken, because as we discussed last episode, that the best of the best he is mentioning with the best of the qualities in every aspect of living as well as non-living, the animals and then the trees, and then all that he is mentioning as his beauties and glories. And also there is a context and significance for selecting a particular thing is what I am trying to highlight. And that's how he is mentioned about the Aryama. So what happens if we don't, because आज की डेट पे कौन देखता है अभी मरने वाला आदमी कहाँ जाता है, अभी श्राद्ध ये पिंड ये सब करने की क्या जरूरत है, like that there seems to be modern people thinking about it. बट और अगर शास्त्रों में अगर श्रद्धा आस्था विश्वास रखते हैं तो in order to get them the uttama lokas and then the sadgati, there is a need for doing the pitru karyas without fail, because it is a duty of the progeny and the children. That's why Aryama, and then immediately followed by Yama. And if you don't do, what happens means Like because Yama, like Professor Saab has just now said, of course like Balram Singh साहब भी बोले हैं, लेकिन विस्तार रूप से यमा का मतलब होता है कि also the principles and then the standing order, actually यमा नियमा. In that sense also यमा का अगर meaning लेंगे तो भी, like being a HR person myself, we form the policies and then the guidelines, the standing orders in an organization. We bring people, we give the job, we give them the training, we rewards and recognition, promotion, increment, and also we take the disciplinary action. Some people who make mistakes in the organization think that the HR guy, the HR manager or the head HR is the Yamraj Baitha hua hai, because they are afraid of the HR department also, because we are the watchdog of whatever is happening. And at the entrance also people go through the HR department, we issue the appointment letter, we also issue the termination letter on disciplinary issues. Being a HR man, I thought I will highlight. So he is the good administrator and then the punisher and the disciplinarian, and hence Yama immediately after the Aryama, he has taken Prahlada. Prahlada is of course Prakrushta Ahlada, he gives the fantastic. There are several Prahlada, Narada, Parashara, Pundarika, Sukha Shaunaka, Bhishmadarthan. There are several Bhagavatottamas and then Bhakti. Several people are there, but why only Prahlada is also because of in the Garbha only he has realized the soul. He has learnt all the things while he is being in the womb. That is one thing. And being born in the demons, clan, and the the Rakshasa वंश में पैदा होते हुए भी इन्होंने ना ब्रह्मज्ञान की प्राप्त करने की कोशिश भी की है, लेकिन प्राप्त भी किए हैं. But also he tried to change the transform his entire clan, and which is not there in other people. May have attained their own self-realization, but this man, though he realized, because जो भगवान का साक्षात्कार हो जाता है, then ये मोक्ष और मुक्ति माना जाता है हमारे यहाँ. भगवान का साक्षात नृसिंह अवतार के साक्षात्कार हो गया, फिर भी इन्होंने राज्य किया है, पालन किया है. That is called the लोक संग्रह, like जनकादया. Like Janaka Raja also, though he is a Brahmagyani, but still he has done the Rajya. Similarly, Prahlada, Prahlada, Virachana, and then afterwards Bali. So there were several. Of course, later in Kali Yuga and all, we have again, got to ourselves several demonic people, and then we know rest of it. That's a different story. And Bhaktagresara, that is why Prahlada is become. That is about Prahlada. And even if you are a Jivan Mukta, अगर जीवन मुक्त होने के बाद भी प्रारब्ध जो होता है तो भुगतना ही पड़ता है. दैट्स व्हाट रमण महर्षि एंड रामकृष्ण परमहंस वगैरह लोग किए हैं. एंड दैट्स व्हाट इज आल्सो मेंशन्ड इन विवेक चूड़ामणि बाय आदिशंकर. So that is also there. And afterwards Kala, of course, is an accountant and a computer, which is all that. And then lion, just not only because lion is the king, but also the good quality of a lion is it doesn't just go, though it is most powerful and a wild animal, it doesn't go and then keep on killing all the animals. Only when it is hungry, it comes out and then goes and then takes it, and then afterwards aram se baithe rehte. Even when rabbits and then the deers and all are going around it, it doesn't bother about them. So it has got that magnanimity, and then that is the grace and then the beauty of the lion. So there is no greed like a cheetah or some other fox or something. जो चीज दिखता है उसके ऊपर प्रे करती है, whereas lion doesn't do that. That's why lion is the Mrigendra, and hence that is it. That magnanimity is also there in the lion, and that is required Mrigendra. And afterwards Vainateya. So Vinata, that is a big story is there, but the story is about the Matru Bhakti. The Garuda, Garutman ka Matru Bhakti ki wajah se, that's why he called him, he didn't call him Garutman or Garuda. He called him Vainateya is because of to highlight the Matru Bhakti, because of to get rid of her bonded labor because of the agreement and things like that between Vinata and Kadru with Kashyapa. That's a big story. So Vainateya goes to heaven and then brings Amruta and then gives it, and that's a big story. But basically to get rid of the bonded labor of his mother, he strives. So that is the Matru Bhakti, and hence he has shown Garutman. And then Rama, there were three Ramas, Parshurama, Balarama, and then Shriram. Here also we have three Ramas, Ramanada, Balarama, and Shriram. So, but if somebody has to call Ram, which Ram ki prastav kar rahe hain, and he has given, because there is also a mention about though these three are supposed to be the avatars of the Dashavatara, because it is always in Sanatana Dharma, it is Ramo, Ramascha, Krishna Kalkirevacha, but in between some Buddha has been included. That's a different controversy. We can talk later when the context comes. But basically, he is saying about Shastra Bhayatu. Of course, you have already, the previous speakers have explained why, not Kani Sahab also. the शस्त्र की बात इसीलिए कर रहे हैं कि ये धनुर्धारी जो बैठा हुआ है ना, उसको अपील होता है, you know, when you are mentioning about the best of the warriors in the world, and that is, he's talking about himself only, basically about Rama also, that is about Rama. And then of course, without talking about Makara and all, Adimajja, Ajatma Swarupa, and then he talked about Adhi जो होता है, जो internal होता है, जो whatever is the internal self-realization is the best of the knowledge that we are. Whatever knowledge we acquire, whether it is Vedic knowledge, Purana, Itihas, or whatever Upanishad knowledge, it is ultimately should be about the inner self, to know thyself. So that's why it is mentioned as the superior form of the knowledge, Adhyatma. Then Vada Pravada, of course, we talked about, and Jalpa is to win, and Vada is to share, and Vikanda is only to defeat, and not to bother about the other person's point of view. While all that is correct, but Pravada is saying, and the Nathkani Sahib will know about it. Pravada is the news agency of the Russia.
Newspaper
the Pravada, Prakrushta Vada is the Pravada. So that's what it is mentioned. So that is Prakrushta Vada, and it is the best form of the exchange to share the knowledge is the Pravada. And then Samasas. We, in the age where we are living and we only know about samosas, it is very important to also know about samasas. That's why maybe is mentioning, and Radhaji has explained about various forms of Vyaya, Karmadharaya, Bahurihi, and Dvandva Samas, all that. Visheshana Purvapada, Visheshana Uttarapada. In all samasas, there are, Jasa would throw more light on. Every Vachartha, Lakshartha, every Vakya has got, there is something called Uddesya, and then the other one is called Vidheya. Uddesya and Vidheya have to be, and in Dvandva Samasa, there is a Sama, Ramakrishna, when you say, that is a Dvandva Samasa. Ramakrishna, when you say, that is an example. So similarly, so that means जब बराबरी के चीजों की प्रस्तावना जो करना है वो द्वंद्व समास का उपयोग किया जाता है. The समानता and samatvam is yoga uchyate, and Bhagavan is the samavarti, and then the sama. So that he wanted to highlight, and hence also probably he seems to be mentioning about the Dvandva Samasa. In that sense, I look at it a deeper significance of each one of the vibhutis, and then the sequence which is presented, apart from the peripheral, the glories of the best to people, and then the things they have mentioned. That's all, I have, because I'm a management guy, and then Khandelwal Sahab asked, I have highlighted. Otherwise, Khandelwal Sahab, I have sent my review to your mail ID as requested about this book. Thank you.
Good, great. तो प्रवदा रशिया का बेस्ट सेलिंग न्यूज़पेपर माना जाता है, ये आपने